So welcome everyone to Anatomy of Character. This is gonna be an amazing journey that we're giving to you, and we started, this thing because we really want to make a difference in terms of, how education works nowadays. So wanna give you this really beautiful course. It's one thing that I've been working for years. In this case, it's recorded with a great student of mine. I really like, I really admire his job. He's a really great student. He's Salomon Zavala, and you'll be able, to see like in real time. And this is why any, of this, it's gonna be like edit or anything like that. It's gonna be like really raw and honest, so you can see timing, the real timing, the thought process behind how to understand human anatomy. So we're giving you, this full first episode. It's gonna be on YouTube, so you can, see the whole thing. It's actually, as I was mentioning, it's pretty raw, so excuse me if there's any noise here. I'm at my office, so probably there's a cat and he's making sounds all over the place. So yeah, it's we're inviting you, to become part of this new way of seeing education, and so you can educate yourselves, and we can see a world full of artists, changing the our world into a more beautiful place. And we're, developing this idea because more than anything, we're seeing this, the importance to change, as I was mentioning, the way to change education. So in this, first episode of AFC, Anatomy of Character, you'll be able to see like some of the core aspects within how to understand human anatomy, how to understand drawing, how like the whole universe as a philosophy we have it at Grayscale. It's measured, the whole universe, it's measured by us, by our own figure. The human figure, it's one of those things that measure the whole universe. So if you see like the paleontologist, that when they put a dinosaur on page, you can see how to know the size of the dinosaur, you got to put like a silhouette of a human being on its side, so we know what was, the size of this animal. And it happens with everything, right? If you want to see like how we understand the landscape, so it's better, to place some characters on it. If you want to understand how, any design works, it's better, and actually, it's the only way that we can, relate to our world. So that's why we find, this course such an important thing. And that's, this first episode, we want to share all of it, so you have an in-depth look. And yeah, just let us know in the comments if you have any questions or something that you would like, to go to, so we can go in depth, according, to some of your questions. So yeah, let's get started. It's gonna be really exciting. We're gonna have this episode, of Anatomy of Character. It's gonna be divided, so you can actually now see it bit by bit and take in all the information we're going with, and this thing which I believe it's one of those core things that I've that made me who I am and who makes me who I am right now, which makes me able to be at the place I am right now, to be working in my own movie, to that I've made this I worked for this for a Netflix show, for a Broadway play, all with concept art. And probably this this thought process that we're gonna share here, it's one of those essential things that are like that torch, that light that has gives us the chance to be part of this. So welcome everyone to Grayscale, and this is gonna be AFC. So yeah, hope you enjoy it. So welcome, Solomon, to our new episode from Anatomy of Character. So welcome here to our course. This is very exciting. I've been thinking about this course for years, I think. So it's pretty cool that we're getting started today with this project.
Yeah, I'm really excited too, because it's really complete. It has everything.
So this is the course, Anatomy of Character. I have like the two editions, the black and the white. And these are like the whole topics we're gonna be covering in our course, starting from the general like form and shape of the body, and then going step by step with every little detail of the body. So we're gonna be watching hands, knees, feet, everything like in a very, very detailed manner. So welcome again, and let's get started. So I want you to think like every episode, it's gonna be like a quest. So in the first quest we have here, I just noticed that something that really changed my life was meditation, and the way I started to draw and started visualize the way I worked. So when I started to do this thing, it completely changed everything. It wasn't just about doing something. It was about your inner world, what it's inside yourself, what changes and what makes a huge difference. So here in this part, let me show you. Here we are in the quest 1. And the first episode is the meditation. So we mentioned like in our courses we had before, we're like in some point of our lives. So we're here, right? And we want to be here. We want to be a greater version of ourselves. So the only way to achieve this new self, it's by visualizing it, So the more information we have about this new self, the more we're gonna be like this new self. So the more we inspire ourselves to be in this place, the more it'll get closer to us, because I've seen in the process of lots of students something really, really sad, and it's that they're
running
Yeah.
towards this goal, you know. But when you run towards something, it's like it runs also. So you're all the time running and you'll never reach it.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's like if you're like hiking, you're watching to the horizon, and you want to be in the horizon. So you run and run and run, and you'll never get the horizon.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So the point is, you gotta change yourself and inspire yourself to become this new identity. It's not about running towards something. It's about
Becoming.
and being. So in the this is like the spiritual or the metaphysical part of it. But in the daily thing, we must be making small steps, right? Towards this big goal of this new self. So we do hundreds of times the same thing over and over again. But the great thing is that when we do the small steps, we're having the feeling of this new self. So we might think like this new self draws like, let's say his drawing is like Norman Rockwell. So we're getting obsessed with Norman Rockwell and his drawing, right? Or with James Gurney. So we have all these amazing masters to be inspired by and to become this new self that already knows and already plays at this level of comprehension. So I'm saying this, and I think there's any other course that says this thing in this way, because I've seen the struggle and I felt the struggle in myself. And the only way to achieve these great results is by changing who you are. If you're all the time thinking in an insecure way, and you're thinking, oh, I'm a student and one day I'll be good. One day. This one day becomes the horizon and you'll never reach it. So of course you gotta be humble and stuff, but at the same time, recognize that you have the power within yourself to change yourself, because you gotta change who you are now, so it'll come to you, and you'll like in the middle, you'll change. You'll be changed. So that's why I designed this meditation where we have this new way of seeing illustration and seeing our lives, because it works for everything. You know, you can use it for anything. If you want to cook, if you want to be a chef, if you want to be a better human being, that's even more important. It works. So this meditation is specifically designed for this anatomy course, and to understand the anatomy, and it's based upon the Vishen Lakhiani. He's an amazing master of meditation, and he's done like his whole life. He's been working with Ultramind system, I think is the name of the meditation. So this meditation is based upon this guy. So if you want, we can play it and
Yeah, sure.
and get started with the meditation, and then we'll go with the topics.